welcome to the albums that saved us. On this episode, I talk about my favorite concert shirts and the ones that got away. Over the years, I amassed quite a collection of concert shirts at quite an expense. I then gave them away in one fell swoop to a pair of identical twin teens who probably hadn't heard of half the bands. I was wearing concert t-shirts before they were even born. For years, my uniform was jeans and Doc Marten shoes and a carefully selected concert t-shirt appropriate to the audience of the day. There were many times when I was the guy at the show in the band of the night's shirt, which many consider a concert faux pas. I probably had the most Depeche Mode shirts. I've seen them 10 times. I believe one of my Depeche Mode t-shirts has the distinction of being my most worn t-shirt. It was from their 101 Pasadena Rose Bowl show, June 18th, 1988, which was my 18th birthday. By the time I got rid of it, it had been worn down to a sheer, nearly see-through level. The graphics on the shirt practically faded. I wore that shirt so much. As the 80s moved into the 90s, my tastes changed a bit. I became quite a fan of the Southern California punk band Social Distortion. I've seen them live at least 25 times, and at one time had several shirts and even a hat. My very favorite Social D shirt was from their Somewhere Between Heaven and Hell tour. I eventually upgraded to a Social Distortion Dickies jacket, which I still have and wear to this day. In the mid-90s, I got quite involved with the San Diego music scene, which Spin magazine touted as the next Seattle, after Seattle had supposedly given the world grunge with bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and Soundgarden. I supported my favorite San Diego bands like Rocket from the Crypt and Lucy's Fur Coat with shirts as well. Both shirts were pretty simple with the band's logo. For some odd reason one day, I decided to paint wearing my Rocket from the Crypt shirt and got paint stains on it. Among my collection were some controversial shirts as well. These pieces took some extra careful consideration to wear, as they would often elicit comments, questions, and glares. My Dead Kennedys t-shirt used to turn a lot of heads. It simply featured the large DK logo on the front. My Public Image Limited shirt got many looks, but mostly because it was fluorescent orange and green. My Bad Religion shirt with the crossed-out cross on the front made many uncomfortable. I had a Social Distortion shirt featuring a burlesque dancer, a drug user, and a cross burning that elicited at-work complaints. Interestingly enough, a Rock the Vote, Censorship is Un-American shirt elicited regular questions, as it depicted a black man with a white hand over his mouth. There were shirts I wanted but never did get. I saw the Ramones twice, but failed to get a shirt with their epic logo emblazoned on the front. I've seen Iron Maiden twice and didn't get a shirt. I've also always wanted a Clash shirt and a Judas Priest shirt, even though I haven't seen either band live. There are, of course, the shirts that got away and still haunt me. I saw U2 twice on the Zoo TV tour and loved the main Zoo TV shirt, but didn't get it. On the Music for the Masses tour, Depeche Mode had an amazing shirt with a huge orange megaphone that I failed to acquire. Lucy's Fur Coat sold a shirt with Lucille Ball in a fur coat on the front that got pulled after a cease and desist letter from Lucille Ball's estate. I never got one, but really wanted one. I've also always wanted a shirt from the Cult's Electric tour. I know some of my old shirts are still out there on eBay or Etsy or Poshmark. Hopefully they've found good homes. Probably in the closets of some nostalgic 50-something-year-old men like me. I can only hope that at least one of my shirts was the one that got away for some music fan out there somewhere. What are some of your favorite concert shirts, and what are some of the ones that got away? Thanks for listening to the albums that saved us. If you're inclined to donate to help the cause, maybe I'll buy a record or something. Find me at #albumsthatsaved us. Email me at albumsthatsavedus@gmail.com with feedback, criticism, ideas, albums, or bands you want to hear or talk about. Join the conversation on Facebook at facebook.com/albumsthatsaveduspodcast, and there's a Facebook group as well. On Twitter or X at twitter.com/albumsthatsaved. On Instagram at instagram.com/albumsthatsavedus. On TikTok at tiktok.com/albumsthatsavedus. On YouTube at albums that saved us. If you like albums that saved us, Please also help spread the word. Share the links and tell some friends. Call in and leave a comment or question. Thanks for listening.